Hello everyone, welcome to Grand Arena Championships. We are in Season 3, Week 2, Round 1. Today I'm up against Fastenta. I have not really done a very good look at the roster or anything like that, and I actually was subject to a small bug as I realized as I was setting my defenses. So as we can see here, my mods were not locked appropriately, and that is there's a bug actually currently where the mods lock when you hit the join button rather than when the Grand Arena actually locks everyone that has already hit the join button. So my teams are not fully modded and they are not modded appropriately. So this is going to cause a little bit of problems for me. My teams are not, like for instance, my Bastila, as you saw, is missing several mods. My Yoda has speed mods on instead of his offensive set, so it's going to cause a lot of trouble. My HK is not modded hardly at all, so yeah, there's going to be things that aren't going to work right in this Grand Arena. Most of my teams are still modded, but there are just a few, and those focus around my squad arena that are not modded for this week's Grand Arena. So I'm going to hope that my mods are still good enough that I'm going to be able to beat some of these teams. I'm very, very nervous about my Yoda not being modded appropriately. So, yeah, with my Yoda modded for speed and not for offense, if I have to take my Jedi against a Grievous team, as I normally do, I'd be very, very nervous about not having the damage output to take him out. But we're still going to give it our best. So hopefully I will succeed and I will keep my Kyber combatant status as I have for the past 2 Grand Arena seasons. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We'll have to see. So yeah, today I'm up against Fastenta, and Fastenta is from Sigma Alliance Mandalorians. So Sigma Alliance, that's a fairly big named alliance, I believe. And we can take a quick look over here at the comparison. So he has 400k GP on me overall. Character GP, he's got 200k and 200k as well in ships. We're both fairly competitive. It doesn't look like he is as competitive in Squad Arena. Looks like he kind of hovers around 50 as far as what I've seen. Looking at relics, he has a ton of tier 4s, and mine are kind of spread out all over the place. I've got 2 tier 7s, he's got 1. I've got a couple of 5 and 6, but most of mine are lower. But overall, looks pretty even for the most part. Looking at the Gear 13s, I got 17 versus his 12. I have 69 Zetas versus his 81 Zetas, so he does beat me on Zetas by quite a bit. I still am holding on to about 5 Zetas that I need to put onto characters. I just haven't decided where exactly I'm going to put them. I'm thinking that I'll probably do like Talzin and Daka, and then I'll do Mission and Zalbar, but I still don't know where I'm going to put all of them, and I've got to really think about it, because Zetas are such a big investment in terms of GP and resources, so I want to make sure that I get the most out of my investment with those Zetas. So Gear 11s, he's got a few more Gear 12s. We're pretty much even. That's kind of rare. I've got 1 more Gear 12, and then of course Gear 13s, I said I've had 5 more. looking at the Grand Arena stats here, my rank is higher than his. Lifetime banners I've got higher. Offensive wins, I've got more. He has very few undersized wins. I've got more defensive holds. So this looks like, just based on GA stats, it looks like it's going to be a shutout. But this can be deceiving, so we're not going to focus on that too hard. Mods, I've got more 6-dot mods. I've got more +10 speed, +15, and +20s. So I am beating him, and more offense +100. So I am beating him pretty heavily on the mods area, and we're not going to worry about the character comparisons. So yeah, it looks like I do have him beat pretty big as far as the stats go. But we will we'll just play out the round and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we took a quick look at my defense. We'll go over it in a little bit more detail. So I have my Darth Revan squad with a mostly unmodded HK-47, a halfway modded Darkside Bastila, a Malak that is modded for crit damage, and my Revan is actually modded, so that's good. We have my clones, and I had just changed around their mods, so I've actually got Echo modded for quite a bit of damage, with 103 speed, and he's got plus 1000 damage, so he's looking pretty spicy. We've got my 5s here. I think I had him modded for like health, protection, and offense. Just kind of a mixed match, a little bit of speed in there. Yeah, 500 damage. Rex is modded for a decent amount of speed, except he's missing a mod there. So he's at 247 speed. He's missing the speed set bonus, plus the speed that would have been on that cross. So that's going to hurt him a little bit. We've got my Grievous squad. Luckily, mods were not pulled off of my Grievous, so he's set pretty good. And that seems to be my most, or my best defensive holder right there is my Grievous squad. Down south, we have my Nestsisters with a 6-star Spirit. I'm still working on getting her up. She's only like 1 or 2 shards away from 7-star. Once she gets 7-star, then I'll bring her up at least to gear 12. And that's probably when I will throw the Zetas onto Talzin and Daka and start using that team for territory war, or territory battle. Maybe territory war and greenery, I don't know. And then we've got my bounty hunters. I threw Django as the lead on that one. In the back zone on the bottom here, we have my Carth team, which is nothing special, especially without the Zetas on Mission and Zalbar. And then we have my Newt-led Watt and Dooku alongside Chase. This team has gotten, like in the last rounds of Grand Arena and last week, 2 out of the 3 rounds I was able to get a hold on this team, so it did seem to do a little bit of work for me, and I'm going to hope that it continues to do so. And then for my fleet on defense, I set my Admiral Akbar with Biggs, Bistan, and Han Solo, Falcon. I've kept my Negotiator on offense. So taking a look at his defenses here, we see that he has a Darth Revan squad up top, which I will be using my Padme squad against. It looks like my Padme team is still fully modded, thank goodness. I should hopefully be able to take this team out in one shot, especially with that low-geared Malak. Then we have a Bounty Hunter team with a Tier 4 Bosk, Tier 4 Relic Bosk. We have a Geonosian team, all Gear 12. And down south we have a First Order team that is not very threatening at all, missing First Order Officer, and throwing TIE Pilot in there. And then we have a Nightsister team with Nest, with a Relic for Asajj. So this is the territory I'm going to go after first. The Relic for Asajj does have me kind of nervous. The nest doesn't bother me that much, but like a team like this, I would generally like to take my Geonosians against, and they definitely do well against Nestsisters most of the time. Now this nest is modded for tenacity, a little bit of speed, but that's not going to be too much of an issue. Spy is going to one-shot nest eventually. I just have to worry about the days. The thing that really can screw you over is Talzin and her offense. So she's only got 2,800 offense on this Talzin. That's not anything like super amazing, but having the Relic 4 on Asajj also can be a little bit nerve-wracking. But I do believe that that's where I'm going to use my Geonosians this time around. Probably be using my Jedi Ray against the Bosk Bounty Hunter team. Traya is going to go against the Geonosians, Padme against the Darth Revan, and I'll probably end up troopering the crew team, but I've got to check the speeds on that before I can decide whether or not I'm going to use troopers or if I'm going to maybe take Palpatine against it, for instance. We're going to start here against the Nestsisters. We are going to go and try our Geos, try our luck with them. They don't out-relic me or out-mod me by that much. I've got Relic 2 on my Brood Alpha. They got Relic 4 on the Asajj. But I've got all Gear 12s. He's got a couple of Gear 11s in there with his Nest is Gear 11 and his Zombie is also Gear 11. So I do have that going for me. We're going to go in here and hopefully I'll be able to take him out. If I'm able to win it, it should be a 60 banner win, but I mean, I don't know. Lately, this team has been letting me down. So we're gonna start off here. We have to save the heal for after Plague. So we do that little AOE there. We're gonna take out Zombie for the first time. Here comes the Plague. There goes the buff strips. There goes the stuns. We can cleanse the stun off of, is that Soldier? Or is that Spy? That's Soldier. And we can go ahead and call the assists here. Some big hits in. There's the daze. There's that stun. That's not the most threatening thing in the world. Let's try to take out some protection on Daka. Alright, there's the first kill on Daka, that's good. Let's see if I can land a daze. No, I don't think I want to do that actually. I'll just keep working on Daka for the moment. Once I get back over to Brood Alpha and I can do this cleanse here, things are going to go a lot better. Now there's no more Plague around. Let's see here, we'll just go ahead and clear the second res from Zombie, and we'll take out Daka. Alright. Okay, so she went down 2. Let's go ahead and do that. I would like to get back around to another heal from the Brood Alpha, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it that far around. I'm just going to try to do this as much as I can, and once it gets around to Spy's turn, I will be able to one-shot the nest, and hopefully by then I will have my my heal up on Brood Alpha and be able to get 60 banners. That's the hope. Now, by doing this, I am ramping up Asajj's damage, which is not the most ideal circumstance, but with them having Nest in the team, it just makes it a little bit rough. So, there goes Nest. And Asajj will be going down shortly. Here comes the heal. Alright, so I'm now full health, full protection on everyone. We can go ahead and we can finish this. there goes Asajj. And now Zombie's gonna go down, so 60 banners. Awesome. The Geonosians did not fail me this time. Thank goodness. Okay. So we are on our way. Let's look at the speeds here. 195, so pretty slow. And they, like I said, they don't have First Order Officer in there. Well, that's Executioner. Yeah, so they don't really have a lot here to be worried about, so my Imperial Troopers should be able to take care of this without too much of a problem. I accidentally hit the wrong buttons, but that's alright. So here's my trooper team, not super well geared. Only Stark at gear 12, everyone else is gear 11. But this is a pretty decent counter. Usually end up with a nice easy 60 banners. We're gonna go after the TIE Fighter pilot first here, because his single target damage can be kind of rough. Go after Executioner next. There we go. So Executioner should go down here with this buff and assist call. Next, I kind of want to get a daze onto Kylo Ren if I can. Ability block was nice. Alright, so I'm not going to get that kill. I did get the daze there. Alright, so there we go. Now he's down. Okay, we will finish off over here, that guy, and then we just have to take out Kylo, and there we go. See, easy 60 banners. It can be more difficult with First Order Officer in there, but it still works as long as your Stark is faster than the officer. And so we can see in the back zone here, he's got a Rebel team, which can be kind of scary, especially with a double force relics on his Han and Chewie. And he's got a not so frightening Carth team, which I can probably use Palpatine against. So there's no Grievous, which means my Jedi Revan will probably be able to take out the Luke team. But we'll see what I have left after I clear this zone. So this is the harder zone. This is definitely where I'm going to start next. I just needed to find out what he had behind the first zone. So here's where we're going to go ahead and take in my Padme squad. And we're going to use R2 as the 5th member. Usually works pretty well. And with him having that very, very low geared Malak, I think that I will be able to take this out without too much difficulty. So unfortunately, my what's-her-face there was still feared. That could spell a little bit of doom for me, but let's see what happens. Big hit there. Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Okay. So he's about to take a turn. Let's try to just finish him off here. Okay, didn't quite get him. That's alright. Let's go ahead and do that. Assist call. Seriously? Stun. There we go. He's down. Alright, so I lost Kenobi, but that's a win. So 54 banners. Things went a little bit differently than normal because of the low gear on that team, but yeah, it went how I needed it to go. Alright, so here we have a Bosk team, 253 speed, so not super fast, not tons of health and protection. He's got a pretty high amount of tenacity though. But Jedi Race should be able to take care of that. It's got pretty low gear on the rest of the bounty hunters there. So we'll go in with Resistance on this one. Jedi Ray. Gosh, Gosh, I kind of want to save 3PO for my CLS team, but I don't think I'm going to do that. We'll use Resistance Trooper this time. Can I use Resistance Trooper? Yeah, we'll use Resistance Trooper on this one. Sometimes I use Resistance Trooper, sometimes I use Jedi or Scavenger Ray. Kind of depends on how I feel. We're going to start trying to get some, what do you call it, confusion up on Dengar. Try to prevent that stealth, which is going to be very helpful for later on. We will toss a turn meter reduction onto Bosk. And let's go after Greedo first for now. Okay, big hits in here. Let's go for a stun on Boba Fett. Try to prevent the ability blocks. Okay. Awesome. I'm getting lots of exposes out there, which is very helpful for the turn meter reduction. Okay. Wave at Bosk again, keep that turn meter down. Ability block there is awesome as well. Let's go for debating. Okay, we're gonna do the heal. We're gonna start doing the protection recovery a little bit early this time around. Let's try to land some exposes onto Bosk. Awesome. So he's gonna start having that turn meter reduction as I use abilities now. Let's go after Dengar. I don't like the grenades. So if I can prevent the grenades, it is awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and hit Django here. No one needs turn meter reduction, so we'll just basic. Some Illuminated Destiny. And there goes him. Let's go after Boba Fett. Awesome. His first death. Let's go ahead and heal up some more. Just trying to get up to that max protection. Probably could have done that on the Bosk, but it doesn't really matter at this point, I don't think. Get all those exposes onto on the Bosk. That's going to be awesome once I finally hit him. So there goes Dengar. 5 exposes. And bam. Nice big hit. And this should finish him off. Alright, so 60 banners there. Nice and easy. Now we have the Geos. We have Geos, we have CLS. Those are the hard teams that we have left. And we have, in our roster still, we have our CLS, we have our Jedi Revan, we have our Traya, we have Palpatine. I know where I'm going to use Palpatine, so Palpatine's going to go against that Carth team. Yeah, so here against the Geos, tried and true is the Traya. I was just debating if I wanted to try to use like CLS against it, because CLS can counter Geos, but I don't know if I want to actually try it or not. Brood Alpha, decent health protection, decent speed, some damage. Alright, Sunfac, Spy, health mods. Not crit damage, and not a whole lot of offense either. I have used CLS to beat them before. I think I'm going to just go ahead and use my Traya though. And just go with the tried and true method and just go for the win. We will use... Do I want to use Maul? Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll use Maul. So we'll go with undersized 4v5. Should be able to win this. The mods are not that great on this team, so not too worried about it. can get that pain out there. And they're probably going to clear the pain with Poggle. Okay, so there's the big hit from Spy. It didn't kill me. Okay, go ahead and isolate here. Yep, alright, and this will probably kill the whole team. Nope, didn't hardly kill anyone. That should kill it though. Alright, so 58 banners. That's the lowest banners I've gotten so far. It's usually a lot lower than that against a Geonosian squad, so I'm not upset with that at all. And his fleet is the Negotiator. So we are going to be having a mirror match there. But let's finish off the character territories first. So T3, if I remember correctly, he has a cleanse. Dispel all debuffs, so that I do need to take into consideration as I do this counter, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. He does not have Canderous. Yeah, he does not have Canderous, so that's good for me. Okay, so this is where I'll use my Palpatine squad. I generally go in 4v5, and I don't think I'm going to change for this. So we'll do 4v5 here, get another undersized battle in. Usually they do not have T3, and instead they have Canderous in there. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. Let's go ahead and Saber Throw against Juhani, as she has the most debuffs there. We go ahead and throw the Fracture onto Zalbar. Throw debuffs out there and turn meter reductions. Awesome. Now we go for the stuns. And awesome, I got stuns on everyone that I really needed it on. We'll start working on Carth here. Okay, so now we need to get an ability block on her because of the cleanse. Let's go for a let's just go after her while I can. Here we go. Let's try to put a shock onto Zalbar to prevent his taunting. We will see if I can't ability block him. Stun. Debuffs again. I'm going to try to stun everyone again here. Alright, so I did not get stuns on the 2 damage dealers. That took the shock over here. So let's put a shock back on him. And at this point, let's try to ability... Oh, I should have done the dots. I didn't realize I had dots available. It's alright. We'll stun her. TMR. And a few kills. Okay, so I'm missing a little bit of protection on like everyone here. Not the best of scenarios. So let's try to regen as much protection as we can. We'll do it over here. We'll ignore her for the moment. We will not be doing like any major damage abilities. Just try to make it back over to Thrawn and his protection recovery. We'll do it over here. Looks like he was missing more than Vader was. Let's go ahead and hit her so she doesn't do anything nasty. Right, and this is going to kill him, so hopefully I was full protection on Vader, and I was. Awesome. Okay. Wasn't sure. I always like to be sure. If I'm missing even just a sliver that I think is going to be full protection, I still want to try to get over to Thrawn and throw that protection recovery over there. So, okay, so here we are against a CLS squad. This is full Rebels and Relic 4 on Han and Chewie. So this could be difficult to say the least. I'm going to go in with my Jedi Revan squad. Even though my Yoda is not modded properly, my Yoda here has the speed mods because of the issue of the mod locking. But I think that Jedi Revan has a better chance at finishing with better banners than my CLS squad does. So we're going to try this and see what happens. So first target is, of course, going to be Chewie. Take him out as soon as I can. He just did that to my, what do you call him? Jolie. So, not cool. There goes Savior. And he is hurting already. This will heal the whole squad, so we'll just do that. Let's toss this onto Jolie. It's going to give him some defense. It's going to give him that attack out of turn for protection. Steal the stealth, and we will throw the evasion onto everyone. Now at this point, I'm going to not do the AoE. I'm going to just do a direct focus on R2, and I'm just going to try to just weaken their squad as much as I can. Almost got him out. That dodge, super helpful. Alright, so she went down, but I will have my res move available. Okay, I still do not want to do the AoE because of the counterattacks. We'll keep stealing the stealth. Focus on Chewie, gotta take him out. Here's the res, let's go ahead and bring her back. Of course he goes down. Kind of want to do this on Jolie so that he can get more cooldown reduction from his basic, but I'm going to do it on Yoda. I got to focus down on Chewie as much as I can. Got to take him out. He is the big threat on the team. We'll call Yoda to assist here. Almost got him down. So close. My Yoda's down. Stun on Chewie. Awesome. The stun is going to be very, very helpful. Go ahead and do that. Alright. Okay, so I should be okay. Hopefully. We will call this assist. No! No, Jolie! Alright. So I am going to lose this, but at least Chewie is down. So there is that. Go ahead and health equalize. Whatever. Extend the fight just a little bit, maybe. Nope. Okay. Well, the hard part's done. Chewie is down, so we can go in with my CLS and clean this up. Should be able to even underman it and get another undersized victory. So CLS, Han, and Chewie. I think these three should be enough. If they get the luck with the Han shoots first, then it could be a little bit more difficult. But this is what we'll do. Only Chewie can be stunned here, so there is that. Alright, so I got the stun there. We can go ahead and we can stun there Luke. We'll go ahead and swap stances here. Take care of him. Go for a stun here. And another stun. Alright. Perfect. Everyone's full health, full protection, so we'll just end it. So 42 banners. Not horrible. And now we're down to only ships. Alright, so we're gonna do a mirror match, but let me check the speed on his Negotiator, because if it's faster than mine, it'll change what I want to do. So that's 180 speed. And mine is 179. Okay, so because his Negotiator's faster, I'm going to want to start with my Ahsoka And we will bring in these guys as reinforcements. I kind of want to save Sun Fac actually, and we'll use Rex. So the idea here is going to be to do as much damage as early as I can to his Anakin, and if I can do enough damage, it's going to cause the AI to use the heal move instead of the AoE with the daze. So that's the idea here. We'll go ahead and we'll do the taunt. That's fine. So now he got to use, or when they went, they used the heal move and not the daze move. And that is extremely important. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that. Get rid of that target lock. We can now go ahead and we can kill Anakin because he did not have the the unending loyalty buff. We'll go ahead and we'll bring in Rex here, and Rex can do some protection recovery, some turn meter granting. We'll go ahead and do that. It's going to give offense up to a second ship. Brings in Clone Sergeant, no big deal. Bam, big hit. Go ahead and unending loyalty. We'll give offense up to Anakin. And that should kill off, almost killed off Clone Sergeant. Now he does his AoE, but that's fine now. Doesn't matter near as much because his Anakin is down. So there went his Clone Sergeant. Next is Rex. We will bring in our 5s. Big hits here. He brought in his Plo Koon. No big deal there. Bam. Man, Ahsoka hits so hard. Alright, let's go ahead and target Rex, and we'll do that. Unfortunately, I had daze on Anakin, so he didn't assist, so he didn't get the big hit. That's alright, though. I'm going to have full protection on pretty much everyone except for, it looks like, Houndstooth. And I am not going to have full health on Ahsoka, but it's okay. This is going to end up being pretty good banners for ships. So, 65 banners. So, very good. I even got a little bit for unused slots, but that's because 6-star Negotiator, I can't have a ship in that 7th slot. So this will be very good banners here. 1910, even with a failure against that CLS team, that's going to put some pretty good pressure on my opponent. He's got to clear through some pretty good teams, specifically in this zone. When I set my defenses here, these are the same defenses I actually set in the last weeks of Grand Arena. I put my hardest section in front of the fleets, and what I'm basically trying to do here is stonewall it, where they have to do really well and they have to be able to clear some really difficult teams just to get to my fleet. And if they can't clear this zone, that's going to deny them a lot of points, because this is a 210 banner zone. So if they can't clear this, that's 210 banners that they can't get. If they can't clear this one, it's 153 banners that they can't get. So that's, 263 banners right there, plus the banners that they wouldn't get for actually clearing the teams. On top of that, these banners are 180. So these are worth more than the fleet, but less than up here, and they actually balance out. But if you can stonewall them, if you can prevent them from even getting to the fleet, that's going to be huge. And even the teams that I set down here, they're not slouch teams, except for Carth. I mean, I wish I could place a different team other than Carth on defense. I just don't have other teams that I can really place. But the Nightsister team, even with a gear 9, I think it is, like, I've got pretty decent mods on these characters. Even my Spirit, who's low gear, plus 64 speed, plus 500 damage. That's not too bad for a gear 9 character. The rest of these, the Nestsisters are actually modded fairly decently. 92 speed on Asajj with almost 1,000 bonus damage. Talzin's right up there as well. 73 speed with 1,000 damage. You know, these are not bad, badly modded sisters, so it's not gonna be an easy team to go after. I would like to have the Zetas, the other Zetas for the team, but like I said, I just don't know exactly where I'm gonna place them, because I've got so many teams out there that I want to Zeta. I want a Zeta my Django, I want to Zeta my Talzin, my Daka, I want to Zeta Mission and Zalbar. I have to save Zetas for General Skywalker. I have him, I just haven't pulled the trigger on putting those ability mats on him, because I don't have the team fully ready. Once the team's fully ready, then I'll pull that trigger and I'll start placing him on defense and just really annoying my enemies. But yeah, so anyways, that is the end of Grand Arena. 1910 banners, pretty decent. Very happy with that performance, especially considering the mod snafu. I got my undersized feet up to the next tier, so we'll be moving on to that one. I might have even wasted some of my undersized there. I don't even know. So yeah, win 8 on the first attempt. That'll be done on the next one. I will not be getting the First Order. That's another team I'd like to get up. I just never have. Is the First Order team, because I just haven't had the Zetas to put on them to make them good, and I haven't had the gear to put on them either. But it's another team I'd like to get, but I just haven't been able to. And with episode 9 around the corner, I definitely need to, because I know that there's going to be something with episode 9 coming out that's going to make that team even better. It's not going to be meta again, I'm sure of that. Not with General Skywalker having just been released, and with how difficult he was to get. But something's going to come for the First Order, as well as for the Resistance. But we'll see what they end up releasing there, and I'm probably not going to have any gear for those characters, and I'm probably not going to have any Zetas for those characters either, because I'm probably going to spin those by that time. I do have a ton of them saved, and they're saved mainly for Skywalker, but there you go. I've got 10 Zetas almost waiting to be applied. 4 of them are going on to him, so I've got 6 to spare, but I just don't know where to put them yet, so I will make that decision when I come to it. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of these Grand Arena videos, and we will see you in the next round coming up in a couple of days. So until the next time, everyone, have a good one. Thanks for watching.